Ignite to impact. Ignite to impact.
So what's something you keep telling yourself you're going to get in the habit of doing? In today's conversation, I want to share 5 bankable habits for your wealth and well-being. Hi there, I'm Dr. Geneva, and welcome to Ignite to Impact Live. We're going to have a great conversation. I'm so glad to be here with you. This is the best place for conversations about leadership, leading your life, all those kind of good things about career. And, but I just want to stop right now before I go into all of that and we get into this conversation to ask just how you doing? Happy holidays to you. I hope things are good for you, that you're doing well, that you and your family are staying safe. And I'm just pleased that you're here with me today. Okay, so why do I want to talk about habits? Well, first of all, habits are important. And they're important because they're things that we do all the time routinely. In fact, they're automatic. They could be good or bad. But the thing about habits is we can change them. Okay. And habits are, it's about behavior, the same behavior over and over again. So if you're trying to reach a goal, getting in the habit of doing XYZ relative to your goal matters if you set a goal. So these kind of routine behaviors that we do, because we can in fact change them, because they can be good or bad, we have an opportunity to really be intentional about what we do with our own behavior. So I wanted to really, come to you and drop 5 of what I think are bankable habits because they lead to wealth and well-being. So let me tell you why I'm talking about this subject in particular. First, I am fresh off of participating with the National Entrepreneurs Association at their $1 Million Roundtable, where I was asked to share, millionaire secrets and success and being in business and what I've been able to achieve. But I think more importantly, what I've learned and what I want to pass on. So that was a great thing. I want to shout out to Dr. Zalanya Allen, who's the president and CEO. And are you a member of the National Entrepreneurs Association, NEA? You should be. Look it up, join. It's a great, great group. But then the other reason why I wanted to come to you particularly now is that I just graduated. And some of you've asked, well, Dr. Geneva, we've seen your lives. You keep doing your lives every Wednesday. Some of them are recorded lives. You must be into something. So yes, but now I'm a graduate of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. If you haven't heard of it, it is a phenomenal business curriculum. That's the goal is to, help small businesses increase their revenue and employment. So they want to see us grow and make millions of dollars and employ lots of people and do good in the community. And so it was an intensive, it's like 4 months of grueling study and participation and thinking and reflection and financial analysis and, talking about everything from the business itself to what the growth possibilities are and, how I could really accelerate my business and the things that I'm doing. And it was phenomenal. There were about 26 or so of us in this class. It's highly competitive. It's a national program. Well, in fact, it's international program. And there's 10,000 plus others of us across the country who are now graduates of this intense curriculum, this intense learning experience. And for me, it was a life changing experience, but this experience that can help me grow what I do so that I can bring greater and better value. And so, hey, so my head is just brimming and, with all of these great, fabulous techniques, strategies, metrics, benchmarks, and habits that I just wanted to share it with you. So that's why I'm with you. That's why I'm here today. And so I'm going to share it. Mary Wells, oh, how are you? And thank you for your congratulations. Mary Wells with us. I think she's president of the Small Business Pep Club. Yes, 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 yes. So good to see you. Thank you for being here with me. And yes, shout out to Tisha Hammond, who, as you know, is there, my producer, helping all things come real. And oh, Shatrice, oh, my soror, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. Yes, thank you for your congratulations. It was very intense, but you know what? Let me tell you what I learned. Well, let me just get into it. Let me just get right into sharing these habits and what I think are good for bankable uh, wealth and well-being. So the first habit I believe you got to get into is to make sure you always got a plan. You got a plan. Now, and this plan has, your vision in it, your goals in it, your key action steps that you're going to take, but your strategy for getting to where you want to be. And that plan. Oh, wait a minute. I got to stop here. Y'all need to meet my very best friend of 50 plus years, my soror, my heart, Dr. Sandy Johnson, who's joining us all the way from Harlem, New York. Hey there, how are you? And Kathleen. Now, is that Kathleen Williams, my cohort in Goldman Sachs? Please drop me a note. It is. Oh my goodness, Kathleen and I, well, Kathleen could help me, drop some of these gems about these bankable gems. Oh my goodness, I'm just so excited with everyone who's here. Thank you so much. And yes, Mary and Shatrice meet Sandy. We're all sorors. So as I was saying, this first habit, I want to make sure you got in your toolbox, okay, and the things that you do all the time. Kathleen, so glad you're here with me. Thank you. Is to have a game plan, goals, strategies, what you're going to do. Always have a plan. The other thing I like about making a plan is that it helps with uncertainty. Things, that you really can't control. But if you have a game plan where you have, the thoughts, well, things go this way, I can do X, Y, Z. But if they go the other way, I can do A, B, C. You know what I'm saying? So having that plan. Plus, let me drop this on you. Goldman Sachs, in their 10 years of experience with small businesses all across the country, They found their research and work with these small businesses found that those with a clear plan, with metrics to track their progress, were most successful. Okay. And you know what? On the first day of our class, they started with that. So, hey, have that plan. You know, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Now, did I mess that up? So, you know what I'm saying. Let me just look at my notes so I can say it right again. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Okay, got it? All right. So, the second one, and you may say, ooh, why should this be on your list? Oh, wow. Oh, Shatrice is telling her, oh, her business was just awarded a 7-figure grant that we plan to multiply. Fantastic. And keep doing that, Shatrice, because this is what I'm talking about. That's what we're talking about. I'm so glad you shared that, because that's what we're talking about. Bankable habits that will lead to wealth and well-being. So we're going to cover both of them. So, okay. So the second habit is rest. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. You know, in his book, Tom Corley, Change Your Habits, Change Your Life, and he interviewed hundreds of millionaires. He found that an overwhelming majority of them get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. You know, you got to get your rest. Do you understand what I'm saying? Get your rest. Sleep is critical to success, he wrote in his book, citing the effects on memory functioning and creative thinking. And let me give you my little add-on tip to it, a mask. Y'all got one of these? Okay. Now, every night I'll be putting on my eye mask. And I put it on because what it does is it keeps the light out. Because the darker your environment is, the less light you have, the better it is, so that the light won't disturb your sleep. And so on all my list, usually when I talk about things to do, tips and habits for success, you're going to hear me talk about get enough sleep. But now we know that millionaires, that's one of the habits they have. They get sleep. And you know what else? When you talk to a lot of celebrities too, now I don't mean me talking to them personally, but when when you read about them or you watch videos and you hear about, you will hear that they get in the bed, they get sleep. So I want to drop that on you. So the third habit that I want to put out to you that I think is so key and critical to have to develop in terms of making sure that we do things routinely that lead to wealth and well-being is to go digital. Yeah. See, I believe going digital, this digital transformation, is about future proofing your business. Hey, listen, that's where the world is going. So if you're in business, or if you want to advance your career, or if you just want to stay in the know, you got to go digital. You got to get into what's happening in the field of technology. And so when we talk about going digital, we're talking about using those tools that automate certain processes that you have in your business, changing how you operate, how your organizations operate for the better. You want to improve your services, digital tools that can increase collaboration, that can increase efficiency to help your business or whatever you're doing be more agile, even if something in your business, or how you use a digital watch, how you keep track of your steps or how you time yourself in terms of a particular task. Going digital really is what we need to do. And for those of you in business, because the whole world is going that way, It's going to help you keep your competitive edge and allow you to focus more on your core competencies if you have your processes automated and you're making use of tools that matter. So, please take some time to invest in going digital. Okay, so the fourth habit number 4 habit I want to drop on you, really, again, comes a lot from the reflection I've had with the Goldman Sachs experience. In our class and in our training, and Kathleen will tell you, we spend a lot of time on social value. What's the social value that your business is into? What's its contributions to the community? How are you advocating for various causes? How are you out there? And so my fourth habit that I want you to get in is what I call lead in. So that expression that they say when they, what's it called? Lean in. Okay. So it's the in part, but it's lead. So lead in. And what I'm talking about is do your leadership thing. Do it. Be out there, advocate. So I want to share. Thank you. So did I see Mary Wells pop up there? Yes, yes, yes. Andrea Campbell, amazing golden sorrel, sharing gems. All right. So listen, so I want to show y'all this. Okay. Can y'all see this? Okay. I'm so proud of this. It looks like an Oscar or something, doesn't it? I didn't even think about, no, probably Oscar doesn't look like that. But anyway, it's my golden statue. So I got this award very recently from the Urban League as their distinguished warrior. And this is given to an individual who has a lifetime of service and achievement. And the reason I showed that, it's not to do an ego thing. Well, I am proud and humbled and honored. Okay. But when people ask me, well, Dr. Geneva, it seems that, you've been successful. What do you do? Yeah, Mary said she thought it was an Oscar too. I know the first time when I held it up, I said, "Ooh," because I've never done that before. I said, that kind of looks like an Oscar. Okay. But anyway, but when people ask me, well, what are some of the things that you do? How have you been successful? It's because I lead in. I've done that leadership. I've done that service. Every single step of my way, my life, my career, everything I do, I look for that opportunity to do good, to give back, to volunteer, to be a part of community change or change in my neighborhood or working with young people, whatever it is. And I think that is so important because it's about giving back, I believe. So being that leader, having those leadership opportunities, habits, I think is important. And so, for any of you who are asking, well, how to do it, or, what are their guidance, and always keep reading. I love the Leadership Challenge. And my soror, Dr. Sandy, and she knows this book well because we were part of our sororities. We're graduates of the Leadership Institute in our sorority. And one of our assignments was to write and critique this book. And it was published. Our critique was published. And so the Leadership Challenge by Posner and Friends, I think, is an excellent book to to read, to study, talks a lot about, various concepts in leadership that are implementable. And so I really like this. But then I'm also going to drop on you, hey, this is something that I, put out there several years ago, but it still works. And this is Get Your Leadership On. 52 tips to do it your way. Okay. And these are biteable, sizable, practical, 52 of them tips that you can use to lead in. You can run over to my website, www.drgenevaspeaks.com, and you get this for free. Okay. This is an opt-in gift. You can, download that. But I just really am all into the things you can do to lead in and how important that is. If you're running a business, to your business or just to your own self-satisfaction, the ways that you can do good. And it's a habit. When you get in the habit of leading and influencing, you do create change and you can make a difference. And then the fifth and final habit I'd like to say that I found is very critical to wealth and well-being is investing in yourself. Yeah. If you run a business, you are your business. Thank you, Mary, for being here. You are your business, and investing in yourself matters. So how do you do that? Well, you can invest in yourself through professional development, read more, learn more, become a lifelong learner. If you work in a particular industry, or if you're a nurse or a teacher, an educator, or, run a business, be the best in that industry. If you provide accounting services or healthcare services, whatever it is you provide, be the best in that. Read, stay up, develop your learning and your knowledge. Stay on top of the trends. You can also invest in yourself by having a good self-care plan. And so, this is one of my biggies on that. Each one of us needs to have a self-care plan. We need to be doing self-care every day. And again, it's not just, although it's wonderful, but it's not just going out and getting that massage. It is relaxing your mind. It is, finding and digging down into your soul. It's learning to say no. It's all of those things that deal with your mind, your body, and your spirit. And so there are tons of self-care activities you can be doing. And I always suggest to folk to get a calendar and actually schedule what you're going to do for yourself. And that's right. Who was saying that you are your business? That's right. You are your business. That's right, Mary Wells. You are your business. And that's why you need to invest in yourself. And that's a very important thing. And then the other way that I think is important to invest in yourself, and really is going to make a difference when you think about how you can really be in a habit, habitually be building wealth and your well-being, is to make sure you're self-aware. Who are you? What are your values? What do you think? What things are important to you? Being very self-aware of your strengths, the areas that you want to do something about or improve, the things you like, the things you don't. But this self-awareness, in fact, I put on my wall. Now, so let me, this is from Goldman Sachs. I'm just dripping with gems ever since I've been through 10,000 small business program, right, Kathleen? We can do it now. But here's one of the things it said. For growing your business, these are the most relevant leadership imperatives for your focus. Okay. The first one on the list, and I'm looking over here in my list because I had to put it on my wall. The first one on the list is developing self-awareness. Okay. So that talks about if you're a business owner, if you're a leader, if you're a principal of a school, if you're the head of your household, you want, and if you're leading, you want to be the best that you can be, and you want to develop good habits. You have to be aware of yourself. And so knowing yourself, strengths, the things you like, your values, that becomes so important. Thank you, Kathleen. Kathleen says, amen, Dr. G. But that's what we learned, right, Kathleen, that it has so much to do with us, whether we're solo entrepreneurs or, head of multi-million-dollar businesses, that developing our own self-awareness is key, which gets right into all of the things you can do. Number 5, invest in yourself. So those are the what I wanted to drop with you, what I want to leave with you. I do want you to remember that there's extraordinary value in becoming a member of my Extraordinary Women Influencers Facebook group. So jump right on over there and be a part of that. We share such incredible information, inspiration on a daily basis. And then for those of you who aren't on my email list, come on over. You need to be over there, at Dr. Geneva Speaks. Come on, please join us. Yes, we have a community of extraordinary women influencers in that Facebook group. And so coming up, we're going to be talking a lot about goal setting. This is the time of the year, but I believe in continual goal setting, or reviewing and reflecting your goal setting and unsetting, because you can establish a goal and you want to stay to it, etc. But if things don't work out, you can change that goal. Remember my favorite quote: life is like a camera. Focus on what's important. Capture the good times. And if things don't work out, just take another shot. So that's my kind of headset when we think about goals. We want to have them. We want to write them down. We want to be serious about them, because it is a serious matter. But we got to keep in life that flexibility to be able to change, to make changes, to have fun and enjoy ourselves. So we'll talk a lot about goal setting and the holidays coming up. And I'm on Instagram and Twitter. And guess what? I getting ready to post my first TikTok video. Now, see, here you go. So I'm going to do it. So I'm just really loving it. Thank you, Mary Wells, so much. Thank you so much. And thank everybody for joining. Now, before we go, I've got this little treat for you. Right, Tisha? We got something? We're going to put something up. And this is, when we talk about things to do and habits to get into, and I'd love for you to give me some feedback, drop your comments on what you thought about today's conversation. I thank all of you for joining us, and I want to show you something. This video, it's a really short clip, but I want you to see if you can see me in it. I might be in it. Love y'all. Stay tuned.
It's all around you. In the D, in the burbs, in your backyard. You can't really see it happening, but oh, if you could, it would amaze you. HAP is here. We're working overtime to bring you brighter ideas and thinking differently. HAP is collaborating with doctors and health systems and creating smarter plans, adding more value to your life and giving you tools to help you live healthier. We're making good health feel good. We're finding ways to overcome obstacles so you can get where you want to go. HAP is here, and here, and here. We've been right here all along. Wherever life takes you, we'll be there. See how HAP is here for you.